Hello everyone. So today we are going to start differential equation. We will discuss first order differential equations and different methods to solve first order differential equations and second order differential equations and different methods involved to solve second order differential equation. And at the last we will discuss Wronskian. What is Wronskian? So let us start. So in differential equation, the very first thing we will learn about is what is ODE, ordinary differential equations. So ordinary differential equation is nothing but we differentiate a function, right? We know differentiation from our high schools that if some functions is given and if we differentiate it like dy by dx, if y is equals to fx, some function is given, so if we differentiate it dy by dx, so this is simply called ordinary differential equations. If we will different This is called ordinary differential equations of one independent variable. And if we differentiate it twice, it is called second order differential equations. If we differentiate thrice, so third order differential equation. So dn y upon dxn. So this n is called order of differential equation, and the power which this maximum like maximum n value contains in a differential equation, the power, what is the power it contains, that is called power of differential equations. So this is called order of differential equation and power of differential equations. Okay, what is called linear ODE or linear differential equations? Linear differential equations are nothing but if we multiply with a function to the differential equations like an x an where n is a is constant, a1 is constant, a0 is constant, but no, it is a function of x, it is a function of x. So if it is multiplied with our differential equations, for example dy upon dx, if it is multiplied with our differential equations, then we say that this differential equation is linear. So this is about linear differential equation. Now let us discuss everything with more detail. What is first order differential equations? So see, first order differential equations means the highest derivative we are taking is of order 1, and we have different methods. For example, dy upon dx is equals to f of x. Okay, so this is the first order differential equation because we have taken derivative of y at once. So this is called first order differential equations. Okay, now there are different methods available to solve first order differential equation. One of the method and easiest method is separation of variables. So how separation of variables involved? First we write the differentiation in this form dy upon dx, and then we rearrange such that the function which contain y comes with dy, and the function like this, and the function which contain x goes with dx, and then we integrate both sides with a constant. And if the boundary conditions or initial conditions are given, then we plug those conditions and we get the answer. Let us practice one question related to it. For example, we have these differential equations dy upon dx plus 2y is equals to 0. So first rearrange this differential equation is equals to minus 2y, then dy upon y is equals to minus 2 times dx, then integrate both the sides, so this will become ln x plus is equals to minus 2x plus constant. If you want to further simplify, you can simplify in the terms of exponential, but this much is sufficient. And if you plug these initial conditions, y is equals to 0, when x is 0, y is 1, So when x is 0, ln 0, oh sorry, this is ln y na. So when x is 0, y is 1, so ln 1 is equals to minus 2 times 0 plus constant. So c is equals to 0. So from here we will get ln y is equals to minus 2x plus 0 and ln y is equals to minus 2x. This is the solution of our differential equation. This is how we solve differential equation using variable separation method. Now let us discuss first order linear differential equations. See, first order linear differential equations means we have the equation in this form: dy upon dx, p times p is a function of x, p is a function. Just I have discussed about linearity at the beginning, that p is some function of x is multiplied with with our dy by dx or y. So this is called first order differential equation. If like this it is given, and plus a of x dy by dx plus a1 and a2 of x y is equals to constant, is equals to some q of x. So this is called second order linear differential equation. So the difference between first order linear equation and second order linear equation is it contains dy upon dx px y qx. Now, how do we solve this first order differential equation? First, we identify what is px and what is qx. Then we find this integral of px times dx, and then we find this is called integrand or integrating factor. This is called integrating factor. So first we find integrating factor, then y times our integrating factor, integration of qx times our integrating factor times dx plus constant. This will be the solution of our differential equation. Most of the questions comes to find out integrating factor only in at CUAT level. So if it is given dy upon dx py is equals to q, so what will be the integrating factor? Integrating factor will be integration of q times dy. Integration of q times integrating factor will be nothing but I have discussed integration of p dx. So where p dx given, okay. So this is the third option is correct. Now, what is homogeneous differential equation? See, homogeneous differential equation is a case where uh, your real struggles came. Okay. In homogeneous differential equations, your real struggles came because in these differential equations, you have to do a lot of simplifications. Okay. So in homogeneous differential equations, we should have equation in this form: dy upon dx f of y upon x. What is the meaning of this f of y upon x? I will discuss soon. And how we so the first step in homogeneous differential equation is that we identify the homogeneity of our differential equation. Either either our differential equation is homogeneous or not. If it is homogeneous, then only we apply homogeneous differential equation rule. If it is not, then we go for another thing. So second step, if it is homogeneous, put y is equals to vx and y is equals to vx, and then find dy by dx. So it will be v plus x dv by dx, and then plug into the differential equation and then do the simplifications. So I have taken one question to identify whether the differential equation is homogeneous or not. So to identify whether the differential equation is homogeneous or not, so what we do, Suppose f of xy is given, dy upon dx is equals to if some f of xy is given. So what we do lambda x times lambda y, and if it is equals to f of xy, that means our differential equation is homogeneous. For example, in this case, if we put lambda here, so lambda square will come here, lambda square will come here, and lambda square will come here, lambda cube will come here. So if we take lambda square common from numerator and denominator, so one lambda will be left here. So this is not homogeneous. So if you plug lambda here, so this will contain lambda cube term, this will contain lambda cube term, this will contain lambda square term, this will contain lambda square term. So one lambda will left in the numerator. So this is also not homogeneous. If you plug lambda here to lambda square term, lambda square term, lambda square term, and lambda, so this is also not homogeneous. If we plug here to lambda square term, lambda square term, lambda square term, lambda square term, so if we take lambda square from common from numerator and denominator, so we will get the same function f of xy. So we will say that this is homogeneous. Okay, let us try to simplify this equations. So it is not in the form of dy upon dx. So what we will do, first we will make this equation in the form of dy upon dx. So let us try to make this equation in the form of dy upon dx. So dy upon dx will be, this will go to the another side. So let me do it every step so that you can understand with a proper manner. Minus x root x square plus y square minus y square times dx, and dy upon dx will be minus x time x square plus y square minus y square upon xy. If we want to do further simplifications, we can do it. It will be minus root over y square plus x square upon x, and x get cancelled out, so upon y minus y. Yeah, so if we will plug, so this is our f of xy. So if we plug x to be lambda x and y to be lambda y in this equation, let us check whether we are getting the same equation or not. This will be lambda square outside the root, only lambda will come, outside the root only lambda will come, lambda and lambda got cancelled out. So first term is okay. In second term, we will, if we will plug here lambda, so it will become lambda y. So lambda will remain in the second term, so it cannot be homogeneous. So it is not homogeneous. So at CUT level, it will not ask to check simplify the homogeneous differential equations. It will only ask you to check whether this differential equation is homogeneous or not. Okay. So what is exact differential equation? Exact differential equation is a very important topic. Okay, and because these type of questions can frequently ask. Okay, because these are one liner questions, and remember one thing, in CUET one liner questions are very important. If you have command on only one liner questions, so I can bet that you can score more about 300 adding both part A and B. Okay, so exact differential equations is in should be in this form: m of xy dx n of xy dx is equals to 0. How do we identify that this differential equation is exact or not? So there is one method. We take partial derivative. I think in last classes we had used this partial derivative in the nebula, so we can do it without any complications. So we have to take del m upon del y. Remember, first term which is with the x dx will be divided with respect to y, and second term which is with d dy, okay, will be divided with respect to x, del n upon del x. And if both these things are equal, so I will say that this is exact differential equation. If it is not, we will say that it is not exact differential equation. And how do we simplify exact differential equation? It is very simple. M times dx plus n times dy is equals to some constant. That's it. So simple. So the most important thing is you should remember this thing, that how do we identify exact differential equation. Let us do one question here. First we identify what is m. So m is 2x plus 3y. What is n? N is x minus 4. So remember, we have to do del m upon del y. So del upon del y, 2x plus 3y. So if we are taking partial derivative with respect to y, we have to keep this constant term constant. So differentiation will be 3, and del n upon del x, this will be del time del x of x minus 4 and is equals to 1. So here del upon del y is not equals to del n upon del x. So it is not exact differential equation. Okay, so this is all about exact differential equation. So now we have almost completed first order differential equation. These only three things you have to keep in mind, that what is homogeneous, how we take homogeneous, how to identify that the our this term, this thing is very important. How do we identify that our given first order differential equation is homogeneous or not? So we just plug x in place of x, we will put lambda x, and in place of y we will put lambda y. And if we are getting the same function as earlier, so it will be homogeneous. This is very important, it comes every year. And this integrating factor things, this thing, first order linear differential equation, they will ask you till integrating factor. And if they will ask, they are asking in final solution, so it is very simple. Y times integrating factor is equals to q times integrating factor times dx plus constant. So simple. It is not very much complicated. And they're not going to ask you a very complex question. They are giving you only 1 or 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes for a single question. So they will ask you such questions which can be solved in 2-3 steps, more than less than 3 steps, 1 or 2 step only. That's it. So this is all about first order differential equation. Let us move for second order differential equations. So in second order differential equation, the very first thing we should know is what is homogeneous differential second order differential equation. So second order homogeneous differential equations are in this form: some constant times d2y upon some constant a times d2y upon dt square or dx square. Let it be dx square. We can change the variable according to our need. Dy upon dx plus some constant is equals to y is equals to 0. So this is homogeneous differential equations. How do we simplify it? For the simplification, here it is I have written in the slide putting r. So put y is equals to e power rx, because we have changed the variable. And then we differentiate it twice, d2y upon dx square, it will becomes as r square e power rx. We differentiate 1 times dy upon dx, it will be r times e to the power of x. We will plug everything in this differential equation and then we will get this equation. How? I can do it for you. A times r square e power rx plus b times r e to the power of rx plus c times e to the power of rx is equals to 0. If we take common e to the power of rx, exponent value can never be 0. So our second term will be 0. This will be equals to 0. That is what I have written here. This term will be 0. And if it is 0, so this is nothing but a quadratic equation. We can easily simplify it using the formula. What is the quadratic formula? R is equals to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now there are several cases possible here. If you remember grade 10, so the value, it is clear that there will be two value of r1 and r2. Once we will take this plus sign, then it will be r1. When we will take this the minus sign here, it will be r2. So we have three cases possible when r1 and r2 are real. So how do we see, how do we identify that it is real or not? So if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, so r1 and r2 will be real, and in this case the solution will be c1 e times r1x plus c2 e times r2x, and this is our final solution. So this is the case when our both roots are distinct, and this what does it signifies is it signifies that our exponents is doing growth or decay. This, if these two variable, if these two our two roots are unequal, so this means either it is there is it is depicting the rate of growth or rate of decay. If both roots are equal, that means b square is equals to 4ac. So if r1 is equals to r2, in this case we will have the equation c1 plus c2x e to the power of rx. And if it is imaginary, in imaginary case means if delta is less than 0, so solution will have both sine and cosine term. In the imaginary case, it can only ask that suppose it is 2i or 3i something. So in that case our equation will be in this form: y is equals to c1 cos x cos, or we can write here c1 cos x, or no, we should write cos c1x plus sin c2x, or sometimes it is also written c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. Okay, there is one example here. So first we have identified that this second order differential equation is homogeneous because the second order some constant times the first order times the of y is equals to 0. This means that it is homogeneous. We will plug here y is equals to e power rx. If we will do second derivative, it will be r square plus 4r plus 4 is equals to 0. When we will rearrange it, it will be r plus 2 whole square is equals to 0. So r is equals to minus 2 and minus 2. Both value will be minus 2. So here roots are same. So our solution will be y is equals to c1 plus c2x e to the power of minus 2x. This is your final expression, final solution. Okay, now this is all about in second order differential equation. In second order differential equation, they only ask where only the constant coefficients are involved, and definitely they are going to ask you only homogeneous if they will ask from second order, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, now what is Wronskian? So Wronskians, for examples, if you are solving one differential equations and you have uh, two solution of it, y1 and y2. Okay, so if we can write y2 in terms of some constant multiplied with y1, so this means that our solutions are linearly dependent. And if we cannot write like this means that solutions are linearly independent. So sometimes they will give you two solutions and they will ask you check whether the solutions are linearly dependent or linearly independent. Okay, so in Wronskian they will give like this. You will write form a 2 by 2 matrix y1 y2, and you will take derivative of those y1 y2 with respect to, if it is, suppose if it is a time function, so dy upon dy1 upon dt. If it is x function, dy1 upon dx. And if Wronskian is equals to 0, that means linearly dependent. If Wronskians does not is equals to 0, that means linearly independent. So this is all about differential equations, which level will come in your CUET examination. So this is all for today. Thank you.